Walking in, Chef.
What are you doing with your hands?
No idea, Chef. Just got to workshop some stuff.
Ew.
Hey.
Everybody see the ghost?
What's going on, Sammy?
Hey. I know you took the SD cards.
Isn't that good?
I said no such shit.
Yeah, you did.
No, I know where they were. No, they're not where they were. Say the password.
No.
Well.
Yeah?
Well.
No.
Well, now I gotta haunt you.
You're not going to fucking haunt me. I'm at work right
What is haunting?
It means I'll remember he took the SD cards without permission, and someday when he least expects it, I'll do something weird.
Richie, put that there.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, Sid, this is my associate, Nicholas Marshall. They call him the computer.
Hello, Mr. Marshall.
Computer.
Nice to meet you, computer.
I don't deserve to be haunted. Okay? I did nothing wrong. Okay? He's being scary. Ted, just say the password. He's not going to fucking haunt me.
Okay.
Stop saying that like that. You're scaring us.
All he's gonna do is say the password. By the way, Bear, this place is looking sick. Used to be a real shithole. Said with complete admiration.
I appreciate it. Sammy, what are you doing here?
Oh, these lemonheads need more horsepower, so they call it a horse.
Make it shine, yeah?
Shine it will.
Thank you.
Oh, Unc, you're early.
Hey, honey, where's the nap?
Here.
Computer.
Hey, computer. Let's get this over with, yeah?
Gladly. Ladies and germs, we have run some analytics. Is that Sammy fucking Fack out
Yeah,
there?
he's buffing the floors.
They buff floors now, too?
buff floors now, yeah?
Fucking love it.
By the way, for the love of God, Neil, call that back. I'm sick of hearing his bullshit.
I did.
You did not.
I did.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You're being a bitch.
No, I'm not. Neil, Ted, yeah, well, why? Yeah, no, well, Ted, me, yeah, well, no, well, I did. No, you didn't. Yeah, I did. Absolutely not. Might have. You could never. Did you? I never thought of it. You pooped in Dad's bathroom? You did. You did. You know it's the best one.
Okay, it is no mystery. Most restaurants are allergic to success. I'd like us to be a little different. Our findings have revealed that we are doing a shitty fucking job at a bunch of shit. Some other shit we're not so shitty at. Anyway, my associate will run through our findings, and with any luck, we'll learn a little bit about ourselves in the process. Computer enhance.
All right, what the fuck's up?
Straight buff.
Sick. Burnish?
Burnish.
Sick. Area secure?
Safely swept him up.
Sick. Fresh pad in the bottle?
Straight out of the oven, big dog.
Sick.
Hey, Sammy!
Fuck this, we don't have time. Teddy, take high. I'll take low. Neil, eat the dust of the Swiffer. Facts? Attack!
This sample is based on a month and a half we've been operating and does not take into account any funds spent previously on build, friends and family budget, other assorted fuckery.
I mean, there hasn't been that much fuckery.
Oh, Neff, you specialize in the fucking fuckery, bro. Computer, continue. And remember, when you get to the numbers, say them real slow.
Passive aggressive.
Aggressive.
And then they told me all the peanut butter sandwiches had shrooms in them. I was booming. Scared, a little excited. Very much the way Ted's probably right now. I know what it's like to be haunted.
The fuck is that?
First stool. Sick, right?
Yeah, sick. Was that like leather?
Polyester, you fucking idiot.
Explain microgreens.
There are greens that are small, like herbs.
And lettuces.
Too expensive. Maybe use them a little less.
Can we use less?
You can use less.
Okay, great.
Sam, you gotta be out of your mind doing that. Dog, I'm buffing the floor. Dog, you're fucking smoking. Cousin, we always smoking here. Not anymore, G. Put that shit out.
Why is the R&D cost so high?
Menu development.
Maybe we develop a little less.
Why don't you just tell us to do everything a little bit less? We can skip this and get the fuck back to work, huh?
Hey, Bear, do me a favor. You just, come over here with me for a second. I just want to... Come on.
Ted, I see you. You should know better. Put it out.
Sam, don't
Guys,
smoke.
come on.
You don't smoke
We got a
here.
photo shoot. Respect.
Yeah, respect.
Fuck this place up.
Sammy, I'm begging you, please. Just focus, all right? The guy's gonna be here in 5.
Okay, 1. I have Mas Queso invested in this popsicle stand. I'd like to start getting some of it back as soon as humanly possible. 2. If you were operating as well as you think you're operating, wouldn't have to drag a fucking robot in here to teach you how to operate better. 3. You ever talk to me that way again, I'll drop you right to the fucking ground. You understand me? I apologize. And I accept. What?
You told me to be the guy?
I didn't tell you to be an asshole.
Understood.
Good.
Why is he flinching?
Sammy's haunting me right now.
It's true.
What'd he do?
Took my SD cards without permission.
MBs or gigs?
Gigs.
Gigs. You're a fucking asshole.
Except I'm not, Richie.
Except you are.
Except I'm not.
Haunt his fucking ass.
Chef.
Where were we? Farmer's market's too high. You should get a produce vendor to ship it.
Yeah, we're aware.
Floral budget is wildly out of control. Linen rental's disgusting. Why are you renting additional sets of black napkins?
Lint.
In fairness, I often request a black napkin.
How come?
Because I like to wear a lot of black.
Yo, Neil, you want to fire up the Makita in case there's any residual dust after the buff?
Yeah, chef.
Thank you, Chef.
Carm, put that there.
I don't give a flying fuck into a rolling donut where Chef Carmen puts you.
Wine pours. Set the pours at 5 ounces. Also, wine cost is at 47%. Get that down to 27. Why do you have a phone?
What, is that a shot?
I don't understand.
You give me shit for not calling people back?
I'm giving you shit for having a phone. You don't take reservations over the phone. What's the point of paying someone to answer the phone just to say you don't take reservations?
Well,
It
there
makes
should be-
sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, I make sense.
Is that the half-gallon tank? I said the 2-gallon tank. What? 2-gallon tank. saying. I gotta fucking do everything myself.
So why are you using chargers? What is a charger?
It's a plate that sits at the table before guests
Why do
arrive.
you call it a fucking charger?
I don't know. I didn't invent
You
it.
put food on this thing?
Well, we clear it before the guests eat.
We don't get it.
We do not get it.
There's nothing to get.
So
Just
it's a plate that nobody eats off of, and then you still have to wash it.
Yes.
No, fuck that shit. No chargers.
I told you not to smoke cigarettes.
Sammy did it, so I felt confident.
Well, yeah. What happened now?
Probably have lung cancer.
Haunted.
Next, you're at 2.5 turns of service per night. You should open a 6th day. Dude, you asked for the additional napkin so white lint doesn't get in your pants.
Correct.
Understood?
What lens you working with there? A little 75?
This is 28. Yeah, you a photographer or?
Filmmaker, actually.
Oh, what kind of films you make?
Children's birthday party.
Can you fucking not?
Easy with the
Can I
chit-chat,
fucking
guys.
not? I don't know, can you?
I don't know, can I? Ted.
This is so fucked.
Sam.
No. If I say the password, you stop fucking haunting me? I don't know, bro. This haunting stuff. Samuel, Jeff, I love you. You're a hero. You buffed the shit out of the force today. Can you stop haunting me, bro?
Theodore, Jeff, thank you for your compliments.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
You took my property again.
Can you please stop haunting me? Please.
All right, fine.
Really? Thank you.
So, how was the review?
Oh, they don't tell me. I just show up and shoot.
It's okay. I won't tell anybody. What?
They don't tell me. It's above my pay grade.
Hey! What's it say?
Yeah, what does the review say?
Yeah, I got it, guys. Thanks. Actually, Sammy, why don't you get a coffee? It's a nice espresso machine right back in there. Yeah. Right next to the office. I see that, John.
I mean, is the place getting too crowded, or?
Excuse me?
I mean, maybe it's the napkin, or it's...
Is it that? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Try that one more time.
All right, let's shoot.
Samuel, Jeff, you said you were done haunting me, bro. Dude, Jeff, you died my hands. You died my hands. You find this fuck.
All right, let's do this shot again.
Sure.
I'm scared. Well, stop. I'm haunted. Because, fine, fuck this. Iridescent. There, I did it. Iridescent.
Password accepted. I love you.
Love you too.
Okay. What's going on here? Hey, Niels, if you want to take a step back here in the light. Back. A little bit more. More. Again. More. Keep going. Keep going. One more step. Okay, great.
All right. Okay. I'm feeling good about this. Can you ask them to prep the dish?
What dish?
They listed a duck dish. Somebody mentions in the review.
So you have a review?
No. So they tell me what dishes.
Don't fuck me.
They tell me what dishes.
Don't you?
Don't fuck us.
I would never. I'm gonna make you guys look good. You smell cigarettes?
What'd you say?
Smells like cigarettes in here. You guys might
Yeah,
want to.
because we're huffing darts in here.
Just because the beef stand's finally making money does not mean you can make your own ketchup.
I mean, it's gross anyway.
Hey, Chef Sid, could you please tell Chef Carmen to prep the duck dish that we probably only made once for the photographer? He wants to showcase it.
Richard.
No, Nicholas, no, not today.
Sorry, what duck dish?
Oh, hey, computer.
Sammy boy.
Hey, Unc.
Sammy.
Hey, what's going on? Bunch of chef shit?
Yes, chef shit.
Sick.
Do you remember the dish?
Do I? No.
No, not you. I don't know you.
I'm Sammy.
Okay, I'm Sydney.
Well,
Well. Carm, do you remember?
Yes, maybe. I think so.
You do not remember.
I don't know. We did like 6 different versions of it. Do you remember?
Do you see why that's a problem?
Yeah, well, you don't remember either.
Exactly. Do you remember?
classic.
Wait, do we have duck right now?
No.
Fuck a duck.
We can send somebody.
There it is. One duck for one photo equals piss.
For the review, bro. I'm okay with it.
Thank you, computer. All right, who are we gonna send?
Everybody's back here doing prep, and the facts are buffing, and I do not trust them to make that a solo job. You wouldn't.
No animals in my car.
Right. There's no one else to send. I mean,
What? Oh, you want me to go grab a duck?
Please.
Sick. What kind of duck? Freshwater. I saw one at the park. Should I get a
no,
trash bag for the meal?
no.
Do you remember what the longest haunt? Uncle Gary and Dad? Dude, 6 years. He was doing, dude, Dad did some crazy shit. He was fucking putting fake LLCs in his name. By the time he was done being haunted, he had like 1,500 businesses. I know. He made fake adoption papers.
So that is John Cena appearing on an Hulu show called The Bear, which I mess with, man. That's just a piece of the episode, obviously not the full thing, but leave it in the comments if you watch the show, if you mess with it. For those that worked in restaurants, which I feel like so many people do at one point or another in their life, the show, I believe, catches the chaotic vibes and energy and just high stress level of a restaurant where people are at each other's necks, man. It's crazy. Like, I feel like out of any other place that you can be employed, more people walk out like on the job, middle of a shift, balls to the walls, pause, getting slammed with tickets, almost ready to scrap with each other. I've even worked at places where people went out by the dumpster and scrapped it out and came back to work, or scrapped it out and one of them left. Like, restaurants truly are just such a high stress level job, man. You bust your arse no matter what you do, you know what I mean? And then you got cooks mad that the servers is getting tips and they don't get tipped out or whatever. Although in this show, the restaurant that they have, it seemed in one part like they were talking like they tip out everyone. I don't know, you know what I mean? But that's just typically the way it goes, man. The servers get that paper. Being on the line, though, is just so stressful and everything. And again, I think the show just captures that oh so well. Let me know if you've worked in a restaurant, if you feel that way, if you've experienced some crazy ish like that before, if you've seen people walk out, if you've done it yourself or whatever. But Cena there as a member of the family, a cousin or whatever. And that's another theme that this show captures that is in a lot of real life restaurants as well, right? Someone's running the joint and a million family members is around. Some of them are putting in work and earning their keep. Others are just along for the free ride. Hell, some of them are just there to steal about the till or do some greaseball-ish, man. Like, restaurants truly are something else. And I wonder if Cena ever came back with that duck, man, this fool was talking about. A freshwater one? You got a bag? Let me go snatch one from the park. It's pretty funny, man. Duck is it's pretty good. But then I've also had a duck as a pet, so it's like, you know what I mean? It's kind of flucked up to think about, you know what I mean? But I had 8 duck before I ever had duck as a pet. So what are you going to do? You know what I mean? It was also a trip to see John Cena's character smoking a cigarette, as that we know is something he would never be doing IRL. You know what I mean? Fitness nut and all that. And speaking of Cena, he, like The Rock and many other pro wrestlers, shout out to all my pro wrestling fans out there. Leave it in the chat if you're a wrestling fan, a mark, whatever the fuck you want to call it, or if you hate that terminology. If you don't know what that is, it's some whole pro wrestling lingo, man. But Cena has found himself back in the fold in a major way right now, actually being the current champion in a whole angle that originally featured The Rock. When Cena made his heel turn, he's now a bad guy, reminiscent of what Hulk Hogan did. You know what I'm saying? He was the biggest player in the business. And over time, as Hogan's character grew stale, some new innovative things were happening in the world of professional wrestling. And next thing you know, they were like, hey, Hulkster, you gotta make that heel turn, join the dark side, switch it up. And he did, and it turned out to be the biggest storyline angle in wrestling history, although the company that brought that all to fruition flucked it up so bad. Just as much as it was so innovative and the best storyline ever, they flucked it up even equal or maybe even worse, as they went out of business and got bought for pennies on the dollar by their competition. Just truly terrible for fans and the wrestling business overall, because at the period of time when that was all going on, it was like the competition between the two companies trying to get better ratings than each other and outsell each other and out pay-per-view perform each other with the numbers and everything. Like, it brought the competitive nature, made the product better for the fans and just overall more entertaining, and it just ushered in a whole new era in professional wrestling. But then you fast forward to today, John Cena hasn't been regularly wrestling in quite some time, but he's popped back in and out, pause, for little one-offs or just appearances or whatever the case may be. And I think a year or so ago, there was the strike going on with the writers, and he ended up sticking around for a little while longer. Now here he's on The Last Time Is Now or something like that, is this what the storyline's being dubbed. And as a bad guy, he's, on his mission to ruin professional wrestling. So it's just very reminiscent and similar to Hulk Hogan, even though, they're different. Their careers, story arcs and everything are one and the same in many ways, but still also different at the same time. And here's Cena as the bad guy, and Travis Scott's involved in it and everything. It's pretty wild, man. And it's like, I guess maybe he had a lot of free time to be away from the acting world. I feel like he's had a pretty good acting career overall. Everyone comment your favorite movies, parts he's played and stuff like that. Again, the show, did you see it? Other stuff that you've seen Cena in, and just what you think of his acting career, wrestling career overall, and then what his career is like compared to other actors who started out as professional wrestlers, like The Rock. Hogan's career was like, you know what I mean, in acting, which, I mean, he had his reality show and all that, but as far as being in movies, it was kind of comedy-esque. It was kind of bad. Stone Cold Steve Austin had a pretty good run. There's a lot of them out there, but I'm just intrigued to hear everyone's thoughts about who the best professional wrestler turned actor was. I feel like most people are definitely going to go with The Rock. And you want to hear something that's a trip about the world of professional wrestling as we see things changing right now. Vince McMahon, who a lot of people know, under investigation for some Diddy-esque crimes, allegedly allegations, as he has not had any criminal charges brought up against him. It started from a civil suit the same way as the Diddy case did, but no criminal case, although Vince McMahon is one of the few that had a federal case before criminal charges and went toe-to-toe with the feds and won. Like, that's really something. But this time around, no charges came, but it pushed him out of the company. And then there was a sale where there was a merger. WWE and UFC merged up to form TKO. And just very recently, Vincent Kennedy McMahon tried to buy his way back in. Previously, when he got pushed out, he wasn't out of the company then. He just kind of demoted himself as it's a publicly traded company, and then he tried to make it a private company again, unsuccessfully. Then somehow he pulled some kind of power play, getting back in power, but ultimately when that TKO deal went down, he's gone, and now he formed some kind of other company. I forget what exactly it's called, but I don't know what exactly it's going to be or what he's going to do with it or what. I'm intrigued to hear from everyone out there your thoughts about that whole situation as well. And, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new over here. This is Jay Coffee Talk. We talk TV shows, sports, a little bit of everything, some pro wrestling right here. And the list goes on and on. But something I found so interesting and trippy at the same time, like I said, pro wrestling is elevated so much business-wise. A lot of pro wrestling fans will say wrestling getting so big the way in which it did, and having a big company like WWE that killed the territories, which were literally what they sound like, territories across the map that would only encapsulate a few states or a specific area. In the big product, the WWE always poaches the best talent out of those places because the guys got to get paid, and the territories kind of suffer. And a lot of pro wrestling fans think that killed things, but then some say, hey, it's better for these guys to get paid better. And here we are all these years later, pro wrestling huge business wise. They merged with UFC, TKO, like I said, right? But you want to know something that's crazy? A lot of these guys, like Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I believe it is still this way. Austin, one of his main reasons for getting into acting, as I recall, listening to him do an interview, and he said, I had all these injuries from wrestling and no health insurance. Like, the WWE does not give these guys health insurance. I don't believe they're kind of technically considered to be 1099 independent contractors, employees that contract with the WWE, and that's a way for them to not really have to be liable and give these guys anything, and it flux the employee, the worker. Anyone who's done a 1099 thing, what a motherfucking bitch it is when it comes to all that. And here these guys, as people like to ish on wrestling and call it fake and all that, and it's scripted, it's entertainment, it's sports entertainment, it's like a trip because people call it that, but these dudes put their lives on the line, bodies on the line, well-being, and have nagging injuries, taking the kind of bumps that they do, and then no health insurance. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even rich people can't afford to pay medical bills out of pocket. It's an astronomically price gouging markup kind of business. Like, it wouldn't matter how much brethren you got, you can never pay out of pocket for that. You go broke. And I was just shocked when I heard Austin talking about that's why he tried to get into the guild and acting, to be able to have health insurance. And I'm sure maybe other dudes who didn't get into it for that reason, like The Rock. I think he truly just had ambitions from Jump Street to be larger than life, to be bigger than the business, to be more than a professional wrestler. Even when his things started cooking for him, when The Rock was cooking, if you smell it, if you feel me, right? He was still bigger than your average person in the business, just a larger than life persona. And he just became huge, before even all this Hollywood stuff. He was getting a lot of cable network parts, some right on, what's it called? USA, the company that Raw was on. I can't recall. No, it's on Netflix now. It's not on USA anymore. And for a short time it was on TNN, but USA shows were having them come and do in-house, in-network jobs. And it was just kind of a foreshadowing of what we would see in the future. And shortly after that, early on, he hosted Saturday Night Live, which was really something else. And here he is now, man, one of the biggest actors in the game. Like, it is truly a spectacle, truly something to behold when you take it all in. But I'm back to just talking about the show, The Bear. All in all, a lot of people probably recognize Lip from Shameless, whose name is Jeremy Allen White, who has a pretty nice acting career under his belt that keeps leveling up. He's been in some movies and stuff like that, but mostly TV. He actually just did speaking of wrestling, a very, very big part in a pro wrestling movie, The Iron Claw, the story of the Von Erich family. I believe he played Kerry, who later went on to be Texas Tornado, who we talked about a little while back when I was talking about the territories falling victim to the WWE. That was like a real story that just kind of encapsulated all that within itself, that the Von Erichs were like rock stars and had their own territory. And at the tail end of his career, when he had a missing foot and everything like that, he went into WWE, leaving the territories and becoming the Texas Tornado, leaving behind the iconic Von Erich persona, which it's a real family. There is some Von Erichs that weren't really related, but it's there's a great episode too on Dark Side of the Ring. It's very tragic and sad, that tells the tale of all the Von Erichs passing away except for one. That guy, man, it's heartbreaking-ish to see. But Lip played the Texas Tornado, dude, man. That movie is powerful. Y'all tap in for those who've seen that as well. That scene where you see them all linking up in the spiritual realm. It was like truly something, like hit you right in the feels. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Just wanted to talk about this show with you. I've been catching up on it, and I was like, oh shit, John Cena's in there. Let's check this out. Let's review this. Let's talk it up with the good old people out there, in YouTube world. And with that being said, become one of those people that are a part of Team Coffee, you know what I mean, where we just talk it up on different topics, news stories, issues, all that. We have fun over here. Things have been lacking, if you will, in recent time. Numbers is down, but we're going to grind it out and get them back up and get back shaking and moving and get some momentum in our sales. So Thank you for tuning in. Interact with the channel. Hit the button, subscribe. But as always, more importantly, join the discussion. It's Jay Coffee. I'm up out here. Peace and love, y'all.